My name is Dan Wade. I'm the operations director at the Samaritan Center, which is located in Syracuse, New York. I've been in the food and beverage industry one way or another for about 41 years now. I've been here 11, going on 11. My background is I have a master's degree in physical education and kinesiology. And a lot of people, the first question they ask me is, what are you doing here? I've always been in this business at the same time. So when I was teaching and coaching in high school and college, I was also in the food and beverage industry. So it's always been in my blood, so to speak. A very good friend of mine called me up and asked me to come down and visit with him. And he was the director here at that time. And that was 10 years ago, 11 years ago. And I had never seen a non-for-profit operation in my life. I have always dealt with, the monetary aspect of the business. Consequently, it's probably the best move I ever made, especially at this point in my life. Very gratifying. When you leave here every day, you know you've done something positive and gratifying to not just you, but to the people that come here. Our staff is very small, as I'm sure they told you. 5.5 people, and everything else is volunteers. Which without the volunteers, we couldn't do what we do. We basically do one meal a day. Now we've started breakfast, 4 days a week, a hot breakfast. And it's really a different type of a setting than the evening meal. In the evening, it's one right after the other. The breakfast, they kind of sit down, visit, relax, read the paper, and we can spend time with them. The evening meal is very difficult to do that because it's so fast. We average 220 meals a day for dinner, and that's all done in an hour and 15 minutes without anybody waiting to get a seat. 3 years ago, our total meals were 42,000. Last year, they were 84,000. And everybody said, well, that's great. No, it isn't. It means there's a greater need all the time out there. We want our numbers to get down. I wrote an article for one of the local papers, and the headline was, I want to go out of business. Now the first reaction to that is, why would you want to do that? And then after reading the article, they understood what I was trying to put across. Well, as I said, it's a non-for-profit, and I had never worked with non-for-profit before. So what we have to do is that we have to find money in order to keep this program alive. We don't get federal money, we don't get state money. We do get something from the United Way because we're a participant, but it's most of our revenue is based on fundraising that we do, our annual appeal. We do our yearly dinner, which 300 people go to. We have a beach barbecue blues in the summer, which is very popular over on Skinny Atlas Lake. We do, I do deep fried turkey dinners on the outside for the Samaritan Center. I don't know if you've ever had deep fried turkey, but it's delicious with all the fixings. And it's done on a donation basis. We have a turkey box and people put money into it, and whatever they want to put in is fine. How much they want to eat is fine. It's very popular. We've done 5 or 6 now. We're going to be doing another one in May, I think. Anytime somebody volunteers to do something, it's because they want to, as opposed to they have to. In order to, this is something extra for them. Many of them are retired. They're using their time to be with us, and they want to be here more and more. And unfortunately, we can't give them all the time that we want because we have so many people that want to do it, and we want to make sure that everybody gets a chance. The volunteers that come in for the first time pretty much feel the same way I did when I came in here for the first time. Wow, this is different. Is this really happening? See, there's a lot of people don't understand that these things are going on, and it's a need that has to be addressed, that these things are going on. This woman, okay. So I put her on the guest count. Now she sees every person that comes through and sees them personally when they put their chip in. And all of a sudden, she left the line and started crying. And she went out in the other room. She just couldn't handle what she was seeing. It just hit her that hard. So I went out there in the hall with her, and she told me why she was crying. Because of the fact that she didn't know this was happening in this world, or in this country, or in this city. And then I gave her a little hug. She came back out, and she was great. And she kept coming back. Come to find out, she was a school teacher on the college level. I had never seen anything like this. It's all different age groups, you know, the retired people, the executives. We have a lot of them. Breakfast. You get lawyers and doctors, and they come down and volunteer for breakfast. And they don't want to miss a day. So, I mean, it's hard to explain to people without them actually seeing what's going on. So it's important that there's a show, but there should be a show and tell, you know. You should be able to see both. Just talking about it is one thing. Actually seeing it is another. If you talk to somebody and say that you're affiliated with the Samaritan Center, we'd like to hear people say, oh yeah, we know about the Samaritan Center, as opposed to, what's that? You know, where is it and what is it and so forth. First thing that comes into your mind is you say to yourself, I wonder why they're here. You know? And you kind of like look at them from top to bottom. And I can pretty much tell when somebody had a job and was doing pretty well. By the way they're dressed and by their mannerisms, and they're a little nervous because this is something that they've never seen either. But they've heard about it. Because we want to try and take these people out of where they're in and get them somewhere else. And the only way you're going to do that is to jump in. And you got to jump in and see what it's all about. You can't assume. You have to see. I leave here with a smile on my face every day. That smile on my face, I guess, that's what I really care about. And just hope that I can put it on other people's faces. A lot of people are satisfied with what they've got. I don't think anybody should be satisfied with what they have. And I'm not talking money, I'm talking peace of mind. You know, you can't just go, oh, fine, I'm okay, I'll go into tomorrow. But if you do that, you're not going to be smiling a whole lot. You know, you're just going to be in a rush. And you don't want to be there. You can't get wet if you don't jump in.